This is our very first class of accounts, right from the beginning. Accounts subject, the actual name of the subject is financial accounting or business accounting, right? Why do we call it
Okay.
business accounting? Because it is mainly used by businesses. It is mainly used by business enterprises. Whether it is a small business or a large business, they all use accounting. You do not need to note down anything. I will give you enough time to note down. So as of now, just watch, listen me and understand. Accounting is a process comprising of many sub processes. So what do we do in this process? And what are its sub processes that all you will understand this year in class 11 fully. And in that way, you will learn in your life very first time a professional subject. Why it is professional? Because the way you learn it here, the same way it is used by the whole world. Whether you are in India or in America or in UK or in Britain or in Europe, anywhere it is used in the same way, right? So we will see what is the process of accounting little later. But as of now, first, why business enterprises use accounting? Let's understand this. Or what are the purposes of accounting? What mean? So the very first purpose why businesses do accounting is to know financial performance of the business. If I have a business, I will do financial accounting of my business so that I could know financial performance of my business. Now, what does this mean? What is financial performance? Let's understand that. For that, I am drawing a small picture here. Okay, so I have drawn a picture here. I am a businessman. I started my business here at point S. So this S that you see in the picture is the start point of my business. And I run my business for some period. And now I have reached here where I have written R. Let's say this period is of 3 months. Now, after reaching here, that is after 3 months of running my business, I want to know whether my business has earned profits or has suffered with losses. That is, I want to know profitability of my business. What I want to know? I want to know profitability of my business, whether in these 3 months, whatsoever efforts I have put in my business, whatsoever sacrifices I have done for my business, out of that, whether I have earned profits or I have suffered losses. This I want to know. Correct? I'm asking guys, is it
Ye-
correct? Understood this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This profitability only is called financial performance. So financial performance is nothing but it is knowing profitability of the business. That is knowing whether the business has earned profits or has suffered with losses. Am I clear or not, Mohammed?
Yes, sir.
So knowing profitability of a business by its owners or management is very important as profit is the very first reason why businesses are started. Why businesses are started? They are started to earn profits. And that is why the owner of the business or the management of the business must know about profitability of the business. And profitability means financial performance. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
So financial performance means knowing how business has performed financially. That is, whether the business has earned profits or suffered losses in a particular period. The period that I have taken in my example is 3 months. Is it clear, Mohammed and
Yes, sir.
Ashutosh? Ashutosh, are you getting this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Profitability is known not only to get happy with that, but profitability also guides a business. If there are lesser profits than expected, or there are losses, the business, that is its owners, needs to change its products or their prices or business location or business strategies, policies, plans, etc. So basically, profitability guides management of a business or its owners. If the business does not earn expected profits or rather it has losses, definitely management or owners have to make some changes in the business. They need to change either products of the business or their prices or location of the business or any strategy, policy or plan of the business. And that is why knowing financial performance, that is profitability for every business, is very important. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. To know financial performance of a business for a particular period, two things are needed. One is total income of that period. Like in my example, that period is 3 months. And secondly, total expenses of that period. Suppose total income is rupees 1000 and total expenses are rupees 800. It means the business has earned in these 3 months profits of rupees 200. That is income minus expenses. If it comes in positive, it means it is your profit. On the other hand, if income is rupees 1000 and expenses are rupees 400, it means there is a loss of rupees 400. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is that to know financial performance, that is profitability, that is profit or loss of a business for a particular period, one must know total income of that period and other is total expenses of that period. Without knowing these two things, you cannot determine profitability of your business. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. Knowing financial performance by its owners is not enough. Owners get to know their financial performance, but that is not enough. But they also need to present financial performance of their business to outsiders. That is, who are outsiders? Shareholders who have put their money in your business or partners. Then lenders, those who have lent money to your business, from whom you have taken loan, you need to tell, you need to present financial performance of your business to them also. And if not these two, means you do not have any shareholder in your business, that is, you do not have any partner in your business, you are the single owner, and you have not borrowed money from anyone. Then also to the income tax department, means to the government. Have you got me what I said? Knowing financial performance by its owners is not enough. They also need to present financial performance of their business to outsiders. Who are these outsiders? Shareholders or partners, lenders, and if not these two, then still to the government, that is to the income tax department, because income tax department charges tax on your profits.
Okay.
Am I clear, Ashutosh?
Yes, sir.
To present financial performance of businesses, business enterprises prepare a statement called a statement of profit and loss. In class 11th, you people will call it trading and profit and loss account. So, how financial performance of a business is presented to outsiders? By preparing an accounting or financial statement, and name of that statement is statement of P&L account. In class 11, you people will call it trading and profit and loss account. Have you got this all, both of you?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Guys, I'm adding one thing here, knowing financial performance of a business by its owner. So I've added this, please you also do this. Okay, second purpose why businesses do accounting is to know financial position of the business. Now, what is financial position? Let's understand that. There are two types of businesses when they are classified very at a very broad level. One is B2B, that is business to business, and second is B2C, that is business to consumer. For example, when Parle company sells its biscuits to Big Bazaar, it is B2B. Why? Because both Big Bazaar and Parle, they both are businesses. None of them are going to consume these biscuits. But when Big Bazaar sells its biscuits to me, it is B2C. Here I am a consumer and Big Bazaar is a business. Have you understood this, guys, or not?
Yes.
yes, sir.
When Parle sells its biscuits to Big Bazaar, it will not sell 4, 5, or 10 packets. It will sell packets in bulk. Maybe at a time 1,000 or 20,000, 15,000 packets. So here transaction takes place in bulk, right? Whereas when I go to purchase biscuits from Big Bazaar, I will purchase very few packets, maybe one, two, or five. That is, I will purchase it in retail. So when Parle sells its biscuits to Big Bazaar, now listen to me carefully, guys. It sells the biscuits in bulk, and that is why Parle knows that Big Bazaar is not going to consume these biscuits, but Big Bazaar will resell these biscuits to consumers like Amit, and then only Big Bazaar will get money. And therefore, Parle allows credit to Big Bazaar. Means Parle tells Big Bazaar that you have to make the payment of the biscuits that I have sold you to do today after a month or after 15 days or after 45 days. That is what is selling the goods on credit. Whereas when I go to purchase biscuits from Big Bazaar, I have to pay money immediately. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is that transactions in B2C business happens in cash, means in money form. You have to pay money immediately. Whereas transactions in B2B worldwide, they happen on credit. Is it clear or not? I'm
Yes,
Yes,
asking.
sir.
sir.
Now, since this credit is used in businesses, in every business, there are some receivables and some payables. Receivables are those customers to whom goods or services were sold on credit. Okay, so guys, receivables are those customers to whom goods or services were sold on credit and yet dues are to be recovered from them. In the above example of Parley and Big Bazaar would be receivable for Parley until Parley recovers its whole dues from Big Bazaar. So have you understood what are receivables, guys?
Yes, sir.
Receivables are those customers to whom we have sold goods or services on credit and yet we have to recover dues from them. So here Parle has sold its biscuits to Big Bazaar on credit until Parle recovers the entire dues from Big Bazaar. For Parle, Big Bazaar would be a receivable. Got this, Ashutosh?
Yes, sir.
And payables are those suppliers from whom goods or services were purchased on credit and yet dues are to be paid to them. Payables are those suppliers from whom we have purchased goods or services on credit and yet dues are to be paid to them. So in our above example of Parle and Big Bazaar, for Big Bazaar or Parle would be a payable for Big Bazaar until Big Bazaar pays entire dues to Parle. So Parle is a payable for Big Bazaar. Have you got me, guys, or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
In accounting or in business, receivables are assets and payables are liabilities. Note that all receivables are assets but not vice versa. It means all assets are not receivables. It means in assets we have some other things also. All receivables are our assets, but all assets are not receivables. Why? Because in assets we have many other things other than receivables. Payables are always liabilities, or liabilities are always payables. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Liabilities also include liabilities also include other things other than payables. We will talk about both later. So we actually wanted to understand the meaning of financial position, right? First, let me tell you
Yes,
what
sir.
are other assets. Assets of a business also include physical assets owned by a business like land, buildings, plant, machineries, furniture, vehicles, computers, equipment, etc. So, assets of a business include the physical assets which are owned by a business like land, building, plant, machinery, furniture, equipments, vehicles, computers, and also receivables.
Yes,
Have you got me? What are other
yes, sir.
liabilities? What are other liabilities of a business other than payables? That we will discuss later. Now, after reaching here at this point of R, right? I also want to know what are the different assets that my business has. Suppose my business is very large. I have one factory in Indore, one is in Ahmedabad, one is in Mumbai, one is in Lucknow, and in each factory there are various assets like plant and machinery, land and building, furniture, fixture, computers. So I want to know at a particular point of time that is reaching here, how many assets my business has, what are their monetary values, and how much money I have to recover and from whom. I also want to know how much money I have to pay and to whom. Knowing this is called knowing financial position of the business. So knowing financial position of a business means knowing how many physical assets the business has along with their monetary values from whom the business has to recover and how much, and to whom the business has to pay and how much. That is knowing position of assets and liabilities of a business at a particular point of time is knowing its financial position. So, knowing about assets and liabilities of your business means knowing financial position of your business. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Like financial performance, businesses are also required to present their financial position to outsiders, for which they make another accounting or financial statement, namely balance sheet. So this is the other financial statement which is prepared by businesses to present financial position of their business to outsiders. Have you got me guys or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. So guys, start noting it down from here. I hope you both do not have any doubt, right?
Yes, sir.
No doubt.
Okay, good. Start noting it down. So guys, what we have understood so far, let's understand this in form of a matrix, that is a table. The two main purposes of accounting we have understood, that is knowing financial performance of the business, for which two items of accounting are needed, that is incomes and expenses. And for this, a statement is prepared known as statement of profit and loss. Another is financial position. Here again, we require information of two items, that is assets and liabilities. And for presenting financial position, another statement is prepared called balance sheet. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So with this, guys, what we need to understand is that these four items, because the whole accounting revolves around these four items. That is income, expenses, assets, and liabilities. So let's now understand what are income, what are expenses, what are assets, and what are liabilities in detail. I'm starting with expenses, the first item. Now there is a bigger term than expenses called expenditure. So let's first understand expenditure, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
guys, from here we will see tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday. We will have class in the morning at around 11 Indian time, right? I will inform you by tonight. Do
Okay.
not miss that
Okay, sir.
class because there we are going to understand many a things. Right? Mohammed and Ashutosh?
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.